All right.
On how I do it. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pre-wet the car. I done already pre-wet the take it. Iron DeCon. The Iron DeCon Chemical Treatment. Need a little bit more solution. Get closer to me. Keep on walking across the shop. You play it safe. I'm going to. Get his car, Playboy too. Now the back. Clay rag. Show off some how good I can multitask. I done already gave this part of the car that I'm paying for. I got the Iron DeCon Chemical on it. So I'm just going over the flow bar. I read the cars, these light cars. That I gave them Iron DeCon Treatment, but I could still see something in the paint. So called my last couple of brand new cars that I've been doing, I've been giving them to the playback. I'm gonna run some Paint Enhancement on this car when I get through. And if for whatever reason, the car gets squirrels in it. My Paint Enhancement is mixed with some oils also. It'll help with the squirrels. Get in the body of the paint with my finishing pad and my mix, pre-mix, which will remove in it. Okay, I'm going to move the tripod in a minute over here. Give you a better angle of what I'm doing. All right, let's see. Around some. During the weekdays, it's almost impossible to do this. Like this, sitting right now, even on the Friday, it's almost impossible. But Saturday, it becomes a little possible, and then Sundays, it becomes all impossible. Oscar, you see what I had to resort to after y'all guys been busy and going downstairs. I got my own camera holder now.
Hey,
I got the big tripod right here, and I got a small one. If I'm doing the reels or buffing real low, I leave the small tripod side all the way down with it to show what I'm doing. And I leave this at the height that I'm at. To where if I'm doing something like standing straight up doing this,
Right.
it'll get me. You know, it's
Bro, that's smooth.
yeah, it is. It is smooth, man. I feel like I'm on TV now.
Yeah.
I done reached big time, bro.
Should be big time, I mean.
Hey, I'm working on it, bro. Or it's over with, you can say, hey, they got my car a couple times because they want to do.
Oh yeah.
That's what it's all about, bro.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for running out the tape on me.
Always, always. Let me know if there's anything else.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna rinse this off, and then when I get shot up again, I'll be blowing some of the water off the body. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna put this car. I might put this car in my stall and move the other one out of my stall. I come back with the second phase, signing off. EJ the Innovator. Peace. Good morning. My name is Eddie Johnson. I am EJ, the Automotive Detailing Innovator. And before I get started with my morning project, I actually prepped this 2024 Blackout 4 yesterday. And while prepping this vehicle that I knew was going out this morning, you know, between 11 and 1, during the prep process, I gave it a wash, then I gave it a chemical treatment bath using the Iron DeCon. Okay, after I rinsed the Iron DeCon off the exterior of the body, I sprayed some showroom shine. Some people call it snappy shine. It's like a liquid wax. It feels like a wax, but it's not actually a wax. But it's actually real good for clay barring cars. You can mist the car with it, and you take the clay bar or the clay rag and clay the car down. I didn't use the actual clay bar on this car. I used the clay rag. Now, after I've done the chemical treatment using the Iron DeCon, I wasn't sure if all the fallout that was on this vehicle had came off. And my last several cars, I had to pull them. I dried them out, pulled them in my stall, and before I started the Paint Enhancement, and when I noticed it was still some form of contamination in the paint. Most cases it was on the hood, the top, and the trunk, which people call incline surface. The top, the trunk, and the hood. So I ended up taking a DA buffing pad with a DA machine and cutting cream, and I buffed what residue that was still left off the car. Now, it's a possibility I didn't leave the Iron DeCon on there long enough, but the last thing I'm trying to do is damage the paint to where I can't fix it, right? I consider myself the innovator. I've been able to paint correct a lot of vehicles. I'm talking about different type of vehicles, starting when paint had enamel-based paint before clear coat. I was able to perform and be successful at performing a paint correction. Now, with these newer cars, and I'm not that familiar with the Iron DeCon. Only been using it maybe 2 months. So I don't like leaving it on too long because I don't want to damage the paint or create more work for myself. Now, I've done a lot of chemical baths using wheel acid, but in that process, it's similar to the process of using the Iron DeCon. I get the car real soapy real first before I do anything. I soap the car up real good. I make sure I soap up all the windows, because when you're doing a acid wash or an acid chemical bath, you want to soap up all your windows real good, all your moldings, and that way if you have drip down from the actual solution dripping down from possibly the top of the car on down to the windows and the side windows, and maybe even some of these moldings that are made out of this material here, to keep from damaging it, it's best to have the car soaked up real good. So that's how I did with the Iron DeCon. I soaked the car up real good, and I let it stay on there several minutes, but after the several minutes, I rinsed it off. So it's possible I didn't leave it on long enough, but like I said, I'm not trying to create more work for me to figure out how to fix. So when I rinsed it off, or any of the cars that I do that I get the chemical bath, the Iron DeCon bath, and if I still see some form of imperfection or some type of toxic or pollution or fallout on the exterior of the body, then I'm gonna start out trying to get it out with the DA a buffer machine with the DA pad and some cutting cream. Now I noticed once I clay barred a couple cars that still had some type of fallout still left after I gave it the chemical Iron DeCon treatment. I noticed the 2 cars that I clay barred, I was able to get the rest of that residue off. So I'm gonna get ready to start on this car, and I'm gonna show you how I get it prepared. I don't have to tape. I'm gonna move the camera around and let you see. I don't have to tape this area up because it's already got tape on it. But what I will do for the sakes of the viewers, I am going to put me a strip of tape right here, one right here, I try to bear in mind when I'm doing these videos and I'm posting them, I don't know what all viewers are watching the videos. I don't know how much automotive detailing experience they actually got. So I try to cover all my bases, because how you talk or explain something versus how you actually perform the job is almost 2 different things. Like I'm new to social media, and I'm definitely new to doing live videos or any kind of videos that I'm gonna show to the public, right? Anybody can see it because I'm posting it on social media. So since I'm posting on social media, and it's a lot of detailers out there with a lot of experience, and you got your critics. So to try to eliminate some of the things that some of the critics, not all the critics, you'll never be able to eliminate all the critics' criticism, but that's why they call them critics, right? So, kind of like paparazzi. All right, I'm gonna do the other side the same way, but I wanted you to see this here, and I want to do something right quick that you probably saw me holding this thing. A lot of times I forget to even put it in my videos, and I gotta try to remember more to do so. But for those who are interested in seeing some pretty cool cars and seeing various ways that I detail automobiles, then you could go to my YouTube channel, and I got about 265 videos on there, and it's just not new cars. I got some old school car classics in there and some other vehicles along the way. So this is my YouTube channel. I'm gonna walk up a little closer, hoping you could get a good shot, and I'm gonna step back a little bit. All right, I'm gonna roll this up, and I'm gonna cover up the front end, the wiper blade area. Because like I said, I'm gonna give this a paint enhancement, and this is all for the sakes of camera and viewers, right? To see this. Now, let me move this out of the way. Since I'm gonna be bumping this car, starting probably on the hood or maybe the top, I like to always put me a fender cover and what I'm doing is I'm covering up the wiper blades, and I'm covering up the trim, the molding that's not colored, that's a flat color. And my reason for doing that is during the time I'm running the DA machine, any kind of buffer, be it dual action or my favorite buffer, the high speed, what they call the rotary. I'm a master of the rotary buffer because I've been using the rotary buffer ever since 1979. And I could work wonders with the rotary buffer. If it could be done to exterior paint with the rotary buffer, I could do it. I will put up my rotary buffering skills up against anybody that want to challenge me. I'm talking about start to finish on a full exterior buff job, and I wanted to be a car. I would even say a car no newer than 2002. From 2002 on down to a 1980 model car. I will put my skills up with the rotary buffer against anybody else's skill. And if I was in a exterior buffing tournament against guys around the world, you give us all the same similar car with the same similar problems with paint, where the paint had to be corrected, and you said you got 100 guys, I'll be rated in the maybe top 20, maybe even higher than that. I don't want to sound too cocky, but I believe in my skills like that. So I would say I would be out of 100, I would be like in the top 20. I don't see myself being middleweight. I don't see myself being at the bottom. And it might be possible I might be up to the top. Because there's not a lot of old school detailers still left. So that would be working for me. And then a lot of newer people that came after me, they learning how to use different type of buffers like the DA. Now you got the dual action. All right, I got that completely covered. So when I'm buffing the car and if any compound go anywhere, it's gonna hit the windshield. I can easily wipe it out. I just don't want to get it on the wiper blades or the trim down at the bottom because it'll be very difficult to get it off. Okay, I used the clay rag, and one thing about that clay rag, it was, man, I was meaning to put on my headset. What did I do with them? I am so sorry for this. I'm forever forgetting to put on my headsets. I'm fortunate because it's early in the morning, and I'm going to be the only one in the detail department, at least until 10:30, if not 11. Okay, I just put on my headset. I hope that makes a difference. Oh, what I wanted to do, I like to got sidestepped, or sidetracked it. All right. The clay rag, sometimes the clay ball will do too. It depends on how hard you clay barring. And all that depends on the surface and what you're trying to get out. Now I want to say that's a clay bar mark. I'm going to let it dry right quick, and then I'll be able to tell you if it is. If it's not a clay bar mark, then I'm just going to have to whoop out the DA with the DA buff and cutting pad and a DA cutting cream. Now, for what I can see, that was a clay bar mark. Well, not a clay bar mark, but a clay rag mark. Okay. I'm going to give you a quick demonstration. I'm going to start on the hood. Now, when I start on this hood, since the hood is as wide and long, I'm going to start probably here and come this way. And then when I get through with that, then I'm going to turn around this way and pull back. That way you can see what I'm doing. I've been fortunate enough to be in the automotive detailing trade long enough to where I started experimenting with certain chemicals, and some waxes, I mixed them together. I done got so good at mixing certain waxes and chemicals together to get them to perform the way I want them to perform. If I had to relate my talent in doing so, I would say my talent would be for mixing chemicals and creams, or mixing chemicals and any kind of cream product that an automotive detailer would use on the exterior car. I would say my skills equal to blacks, knowing how to take 3 or 4 different packs of Kool-Aid and make a flavor you have no name for, or you can't even describe the color. It just tastes good. For the record, I did record some of the procedure I went through to do the Iron DeCon Chemical Treatment. I did record some of that. I'm going to take all the footage from me working on this yesterday doing the prep on to what I'm doing today and put them all together. Now what I'm gonna end up doing, and I should have did it out alone, is I should have took this strip off before I put the tape on there. But that's an easy fix. It's early, and I actually feel like I just laid down. So my mind is, to do this is repetition for me. It's just, after doing it so many years, you know what to do. If I wasn't afraid of knocking myself out, I would blindfold myself, because a lot of the chemicals, the liquid chemicals, I can smell and tell what they are by smelling them. A lot of the waxes, if I'm unsure, especially when it comes down to cutting cream, I can take these gloves off my hands and put the cream on my fingertips and rub my fingers together until the grit, till if it's have some form of abrasive in it, which means it would be a cutting cream, feeling pretty smooth with no abrasive, would mean that it's more likely a polishing wax or maybe a glaze. Once I get through going over this hood and this front fender, I'm gonna go back over there and I'm gonna pull that piece of plastic off the pillar, and then I'm gonna put the tape back. That way you can see me actually run the paint enhancement on that pillar. Dealership, the BMW dealership I work for, they have some very kind of almost like unique headlight, fluorescent lights. In their showroom, these lights really show entirely different than the lights inside the detail department. So if you do a sold unit and it goes over to the delivery module, while you looking at that sold unit, and over here, it can look excellent. You get across the street and those different high-end fluorescent lights, there's a possibility it's gonna look different. So, to keep from having the car come back to me as much as possible, I learned to just try to make sure all these dark color cars I do be flawless as much as possible. I don't mind taking the extra time that it takes, because I ain't just competing against myself every time I send a car across the street. I'm working against those fluorescent lights over there. And it's been times I've been called on the phone and asked to come over to the showroom. This is, we're talking about like my first year at the dealership. I'm going on 6 years at this BMW dealership. Matter of fact, I haven't worked for nobody 6 years, not no company. The closest I ever got to working 6 years or a little longer was when I had my own automotive detail shop. called EJ's the Automotive Detailing. And it was located in Burien, Washington. Burien, Washington is between SeaTac, which is where Seattle-Tacoma Airport is, and it's between SeaTac and Seattle. Burien is kind of like in the middle. Okay, I did it the way I should have done it the first time. I got it ready. I'm gonna hit that. Then I think I'm gonna hit the trunk, and then I'll show you the finished results. I might show you, give a demonstration of me doing the tires. I'm gonna hit the hood. Bring this back. Let you see me hit the hood. Bear with me because I'm moving, and I'm moving the tripod around. I was losing some very valuable footage because at times I didn't have no one available to record me. So the next best thing for me to do was to just go ahead and get me some tripods. Okay, let me see. How is that? What about that? All right, that's better. Bring it down just a little bit. I want to hit that and that. Yeah. That. Move this lower part of the bumper. That one. And I'm gonna move this, my poster. Then I'm gonna go and tape up the other pillar on the other side. I'm not doing it for a demonstration. I just only did that side. a driver's license demonstration. That way I can put my tape back. I try to put back my things that I won't need again for a little later on the day, or maybe not need it no more that day, away right away. That's how things get out of sight, out of mind thing, where you don't know where you put it last, because I move around a whole lot in an area that's not a large area to move around in. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna get half the top. Then I'm gonna end the video, and then I'll show you later, after I finish with the whole deal. I'm actually displaying more than I said I was gonna display from the start. But it's quiet, I'm the only one in here. And this is kind of like one of the best times for me to be able to do something. Okay, I got to adjust the tripod around. Bring it up a little bit. How about that? Yeah, that's fine, right there. What's good is I washed this car yesterday, and the majority of the water that was in the gut been already leaked out. I didn't just depend on it leaking out on its own. I took the air line and blew air on all the things. That air can get in places I can't get in with my hand. So a lot of the water that came after I did it yesterday, after I washed it, dried off, flowed out the back, it's gone. For me, it's nothing better than running any kind of buffing over the surface of a car that wax or water have completely dried, or dried to the point where you're not getting your pads out with. All right, I think I'm gonna pull this fender from the front all the way back, and then I'm gonna stop. I know I keep saying I'm gonna stop, but I am gonna stop. I could get the tripod and show that I'm buffing the bottom, the lower doors. Now, I got another tripod that I got set up for that angle, but I would have to stop and get it and set it up. So I'm just gonna let you see as much as you can see, and you can see where I'm sitting down. Here's my hand, here's my buffer, and I'm right at the back driver door. Okay, I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do, and I'm gonna stop recording, and I'll show y'all later how the finished results turned out. For now, this is EJ, the automotive detailer, innovator. For those who watch this video, thanks for watching. May God bless and enjoy your day. Peace. I think it's to my best advantage to go ahead and do a quick video of the finished results of this i4 2024 i4 Black. This is the same i4 that I did the Iron DeCon treatment on. I clay barred it, and I gave it a Paint Enhancement. Now, lately, my last several new cars, I've been having to clay bar because the Iron DeCon haven't been removing all the pollution or fall off the exterior of the body in some places. So I'm not sure if I'm not getting it off fast. I'm not sure if I'm leaving it on long enough or what, but I decided to start giving these dark color cars a clay bar, and that just seemed to be the ticket. It's more work, but it's worth it to me, because look at the shine on it. Now this really look good, and it's not raining outside. This is EJ, the automotive detail innovator. Peace.